Hello, welcome to the EPI application LDS approval workflow training. My name is David Brizzi. In this training module, we will be reviewing the following topics: EPI application access prerequisites, basic information about EPI, updating an LDS DUA, which includes updating the Custodian's DESY Users on an existing DUA, and EPI help desk information. EPI is accessible through the CMS Portal homepage. Please make sure you are using your EIDM credentials to log into the CMS Portal to access EPI. The registration and role request processes are covered in a subsequent training module. Please note that required fields in EPI are indicated with an asterisk. Also, select any question mark icon throughout the system to display field-specific help. For more information about data use agreements, use the Training Slide Decks link on the EPI homepage. This link will redirect you to the EPI information page on cms.gov. Select Update Amend from under DUAs in the left navigation menu. DUAs in an approved status will show in the update table. Please note that you will be unable to update any DUAs for your organization if there is at least one expired DUA. Expired DUAs and where to find them are covered in subsequent training modules. Also, please note that if you are an existing requester, any approved contractor type DUAs on which you are the requester will also display in the list. Pick the DUA you need to update by selecting the View link, or enter the DUA number in the search field to easily find it. From the My DUA screen, use the green plus sign icon on the right side of the screen to view the DUA lifecycle. You can also use the Print DUA button in the upper left corner of the page to print and or save the information displayed on the My DUA screen. Printing a DUA is covered in a subsequent training module. Use the Update button in the bottom left corner of the My DUA page to navigate to the Update DUA Request page to begin your updates. Use the View Approved Version button in the upper right corner of the page to download and or print the approved version of the DUA. The approved version contains the current approved information on the DUA. Use the Edit button of the section you need to update. For the purposes of this training module, we are going to select the CustodianDESY Users section Edit button on the right side of the screen. Please note that not every section has to be updated. Updating other sections of the DUA is covered in subsequent training modules. For the purpose of this training module, we are going to add a new custodian and remove an existing custodian. Select the Add Custodian's DESY User button under the Custodian's DESY Users table to add a new CustodianDESY User to the DUA. Remember that DESY Users should only be added in the event the data will be directly accessed from the data extract system, better known as DESY. Select the user's organization, which includes either the requesting organization or any collaborating organizations on the DUA. Pick a user from the list of values in the Select Users field, or use the Add New User link and complete the fields. Pick the Select User Location dropdown to indicate their location, or use the Add New Location link and complete the fields. Select Yes or No for Is the selected user a DESY user question? If the answer is no, then select Submit to add them to the table. If the answer is yes, you are required to enter their 4-digit EUA user ID and then select Submit to add them to the table. For the purposes of this training, we will select No and then Submit in the lower right corner of the pop-up. There is no limit to the number of CustodianDESY users that can be added to the DUA. Select the Add CustodianDESY User button again to add more CustodianDESY users. There is no limit to the number of CustodianDESY users that can be added to the DUA, but you must have at least one custodian indicated at all times. Please note that you will be required to upload a new signature addendum for each newly added CustodianDESY user other than the requester. Select the Edit link of the corresponding CustodianDESY users if you need to update their information, and you will receive a pop-up message that says you have selected to edit the custodian information. This action will overwrite their information on all existing DUAs. Do you wish to continue? In the lower right corner of the pop-up, select Yes to edit their information or No to cancel. For training purposes, we will select No. Again, please note editing the custodian's information will affect all DUAs of which they are assigned as a custodian. Select the Remove link if you need to remove the CustodianDESY user from the DUA. The Remove CustodianDESY User pop-up displays with the message, you have requested to remove a CustodianDESY user. By removing a CustodianDESY user, you will remove that CustodianDESY user as a custodian on this DUA. Would you like to continue with this action? Select Yes in the lower right corner of the pop-up to confirm the removal, or No to cancel the removal. Please remember that there must always be at least one CustodianDESY user on the DUA at all times. For training purposes, we will select Yes. Select the Done button in the lower right corner when you have completed your CustodianDESY user changes. Please remember that you are required to upload a signature addendum for any newly added CustodianDESY users. Uploading documents is covered in a subsequent training module. Review all your changes on the Update DUA Request screen. You are required to enter any comments relevant to your update in the comment field. In this example, we removed an existing custodian and added a new one. We also uploaded a new signature addendum. Use the Save button in the lower left corner of the screen at any time to save your updates. A message will display in the lower right corner of the screen that says, Success, DUA saved successfully. Selecting the Cancel Update button in the lower left corner will display a warning pop-up which reads, You have requested to cancel your update amend action for this DUA. Please be advised that by canceling your update amend action, your DUA will revert back to the previously approved version. Would you like to proceed with the cancellation? Select the OK button in the lower right corner of the pop-up to proceed with the cancellation. Please note that by choosing this option, all of your updates will be canceled, including any that were previously saved, and the DUA will revert to the previously approved version. Also, a Canceled Update Amend entry will be placed in the DUA lifecycle. Use the X in the upper right corner of the pop-up to close it and return to the Update DUA Request screen. Select the Next button in the lower right corner of the screen when you have completed your updates. Review the terms and conditions before selecting the checkbox in the lower left corner of the screen. Then select the Submit button in the lower right corner of the screen. You are taken to the DUA Request Status page. The Submission Confirmation message displays your DUA request, with the DUA number included, has been submitted for approval. You will receive a follow-up email notification. To view the status of your DUA request, navigate to My DUAs. From here, you can print the DUA or save a copy of it. Printing a DUA is covered in a subsequent training module. You should be able to view this DUA from the submitted queue as well. The DUA is then routed to the LDS DMT for approval. You will receive an email when the LDS DMT has made a determination. If you have any questions, please contact the EPI Help Desk at 844-EPI-DUA or 844-377-3382 or via email at epi@cms.hhs.gov. They are available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This concludes this training module.